So basically how we're gonna roll today is I'll just keep it open to just a general Q&A right now. If anyone has any questions about anything, just dragons or anything else, you can ask me any questions that you have now, and I'm happy to answer those as people just kind of file in. And then we're gonna pull some tarot. We're channeling the Fire Dragon Collective to get some guidance. And from there, we'll go into a guided meditation, quantum healing experience where we're going to burn away that which isn't serving us for our new moon manifestations. Cool. So KS, you started to work with them because of my videos. Oh, yay. I'm so happy to hear that. Glad to hear it, my friend. Welcome, Rick from Jacksonville, Oregon. Welcome, Her Sacred Soul Space from Atlanta. Del Gallegos from Gallup, New Mexico. Rick, Ahmed, welcome, friends. So yeah, just let me know if you have any questions. I'm happy to answer those now as we just kind of get settled in here. We give people a chance to show up. And you can also let me know where you're tuning in from. And if you already work with the dragons, yes or no? Is this your first time? Yeah, so Indigo Sunrise is tuning in from Pennsylvania. Been connected to them for a long time. Excellent. Glad to hear that. Richard from Ireland. Welcome. Welcome, Ahmed from Sweden. So Rick, first time. Awesome. Yes, fresh blood. Looking forward to it. Yes. First time for Chris as well. Awesome. From New Jersey. Welcome. So what we're going to be doing, Lizzie, is we're going to actually do a collective reading, and you can trust that it's going to be just as applicable to you as everyone else. That's going to be super fun. We'll get to that shortly. But first, as people just kind of have some time to come in, I'm opening it up to just a Q&A. If you have questions about anything, particularly the dragons, because we're going to be focusing on them, but really just any spiritual topic that strikes your fancy, just let me know, and I'm happy to answer that. And yes, welcome, Josh. Nice to have you here. Ornella from Germany. I am also in Germany, Ornella. I'm in Berlin. Laura from Ontario. Welcome. Okay, cool. So Her Sacred Soul Space wants to know, what's the best way to connect with your dragon? That's a great first question. Thanks for asking. So there is no best way is the answer. There's no right or wrong way to do this. There's no like best or worst way to do it. It's just whatever your intuition guides you to do. However, what I will say simply is it's much easier to connect with your dragon guides, or really any guides, than you might expect. And it comes down to simply intention. If you just set the intention to connect with your guide, it's done. It's that simple. So honestly, what I would say my favorite way, let's say, to connect with my dragons is just to have a conversation with them in my head, because that's how they communicate, through telepathy. So a lot of times you could have a total conversation with your guides in your head. It might not even sound like a different voice or anything. It might just sound like you're having a conversation with yourself, but you might be having a conversation with your guides. So that's what I would recommend, is to set the intention to connect with your guides and then invite them to have a little chat with you in your head. Cool. Ornella's in Dresden. Oh, Laura says, my husband told me my dog is a dragon. That's totally possible. My deceased dog was a dragon soul. It's definitely, dragon souls can incarnate as different beings, including humans and pets. So hope you're questioning if you have fire dragon guides. I would say if you're here, you have fire dragon guides, because if you didn't before, you do now. So congratulations. Okay, so did that answer your question, Her Sacred Soul Space? Let me know. And to answer Chris's question, yeah, people can be dragon souls. Yeah, I identify as a dragon soul. This is the terminology I like to use. It's basically like a starseed, but I would say for a dragon soul, your dominant incarnations are as a dragon. So maybe it's like I'm more used to incarnating as a dragon than a human or any other sort of being. So that, in my definition, is what a dragon soul is. And yeah, there's plenty of dragon souls walking around. Probably many are here on this live right now. So, do you ever use power words with your dragons? Yeah, like sometimes just like to use like mantras and stuff, and I learned some dragon light language. And honestly, it sounds maybe like completely silly, but it's channeled, you know, from Game of Thrones. If any Game of Thrones fans out there, what Daenerys says, Dracarys, to like tell her dragons to like breathe fire. We might work with that today. That's a nice power word you can use, but I would say you can create your own sorts of power words with dragons, and it can be a fun way to like summon them really easily or have them do something really quickly, really easily. And you can just kind of like program whatever you want. And for those of you just popping in, so this is a spontaneous live that I am doing. I've never done this on TikTok before, just a random live, unscheduled, unplanned. It's purely inspired by the fire dragons. They wanted to help us kind of clear the energy before this new moon so we can plant some new moon manifestations, because it's like just the energy I'm getting from the collective is we've been kind of blocked and kind of stuck. You can let me know if this is resonating. Just give me a yes or some ones in the chat. But yeah, it's like this energy of being blocked, of being stuck. And it's like there's these great things that really want to come in and that are ready to come in, but they're not able to right now because we have shit blocking it. So that's what we're hopefully going to do today on this live, is we're just going to take some time first to settle into the energy. Like I said, I opened it to a Q&A, so if you have just questions for me about the dragons or really just any spiritual topic, let me know. I'll answer those. We're then going to do some tarot, channeling the Fire Dragon Collective, getting some advice from them. And then we are going to go into meditation and work with the fire dragons to burn away this crap, whatever it is that's blocking our energy right now. Cool. Foggy says my dragon is named Lancelot. I love that. Yeah, dragons operating people suits. Totally. Are dragons better at manifesting wealth naturally? That's a great question. So not necessarily. If you're talking about like dragon soul people, like not necessarily. I would say like a lot of us really can struggle with it, but it is maybe a superpower that is like ingrained subconsciously that we have. And there are actually specifically dragons that work with the frequency of wealth called wealth dragons. Surprise. Yeah. So I actually have a program that's all about generating wealth, and we actually work with wealth dragons in that program. So yeah, if you struggle with manifesting wealth, call upon some wealth dragons and see what happens. Yeah, okay, so people are resonating. You're feeling stuck lately. Okay, yeah, cool. You're in the right place, friends. I'm not going to leave you hanging. Any other questions? So for anyone popping in, just a random Q&A right now for just a few minutes before we dive into the bulk with like a channeled message from the dragons and powerful guided meditation, where we're gonna set some shit on fire in the most energetic sense, of course. Not like actually, we're not gonna be arsonists here, but energetically, we're gonna set shit on fire as we do. I'm just getting warmed up with my deck here, just kind of imbuing it with the energy of the group right now. Welcome, Alyssa. Thanks for joining. Yeah, any questions? Any questions? Taking questions, open for questions. Good question, Chris. Thank you. Are all dragons higher vibrational energies? Not exactly. There's always exceptions to the rule. So there can be some like fallen dragons, just like there's fallen angels that operate in lower densities. But I would say in general, yes, they are higher vibrational entities in general. There's always exceptions. So always just check in with your own intuition on if it feels high vibrational or not. And a simple way to do that is like when you're connecting with a source, whether it's a dragon or anything, just start to notice your body and be like, does this feel contracted? If so, it's probably a low vibrational entity. If it feels like expansive, it's probably a high vibrational entity. Jungian. Can we order our dragon to fight another dragon? You could. Yeah, dragon fights. This just makes me think of Pokemon. Yeah, you could order your dragon to fight another dragon. It's possible. They might not necessarily do it because they kind of, in general, have wills of their own, so they're not going to just like do whatever we tell them to do if it goes against their own credo. But yeah, you could totally tell them to fight another dragon and see what happens. KS is asking, does anyone else feel ascension symptoms today? Totally. I've been feeling quite depressive lately, to be honest, and it's not something that I felt in maybe over a year. And it's just, I can feel I'm transmuting like a lot of heavy energies right now. I just feel it in my body. And if anyone else is feeling that way, what helps is to ground in nature, 1. 2, journal out your feelings. 3, get some sort of exercise, some sort of movement to move through that energy. So I was feeling like really fucked up earlier today. And then I did these things and now I feel good enough to do this live. So Ada says, does everyone have a spirit dragon? No. But if you're the type that's like aware of this, then you probably already have one. Otherwise you wouldn't even be drawn to this content. The people that don't have them are ones that it never even crossed their awareness, this sort of stuff. Goddess Raven says, I feel I was a dragon rider in a past life. That's fucking cool. Yeah, totally. That's definitely a thing you can be. Yeah. Many people here that have an affinity with the dragons, they have been dragons in past lives or parallel lives, or dragon riders, or both. So, Rebecca, how do you know they are dragons? Do you see them? Not exactly. So, it really just depends on your own psychic abilities. And so if y'all haven't, I recommend anyone in the audience that wants to know your dominant psychic ability, you can take my entirely free quiz. It's in my link tree on my profile. What's your psychic superpower? It takes literally like 3 minutes and it will tell you your dominant psychic ability. And then I'll send you emails with like kind of advice on how to work and develop that ability. But basically, for me, my ability is claircognizance. That's my strongest. Of course, we all have all the abilities, but my strongest is claircognizance, which is clear knowing. So it's like, for me, I just kind of know stuff. I just know when I'm connecting with my dragon, and it's really that simple. I know other like psychics that are more clairvoyant, let's say, which is clear seeing, and they very clearly will see the dragons. And sometimes I see them and I have impressions of them, but mostly it's just like, I just know, and we just go into instant telepathic communication. And that's how it works for me. Okay. Can starseeds be dragons? Yes, that's what a dragon soul is, I would say. Like basically a starseed, but that dominantly incarnates as a dragon, because dragons like very much exist on like all these like other planets, and of course there's a specific dragon realm. And I actually have a free meditation where you can go visit the Dragon Realm on my YouTube, on my meditation playlist. So that's something you can check out if you're interested. You want to get a feel for that energy. Okay, I'm just reading through to see if I have any other questions. But yeah, we're going to shift gears in a few minutes. We're going to get into our tarot reading and then do our guided meditation work with the fire dragons. So Josh says, so it's the year of the dragon and I was born in 88, also the year of the dragon. What does that mean? So definitely a lot of dragon soul people chose to be born in the year of the dragon, just as a kind of like wink, but it's not necessary. So like, I'm very much a dragon person, but I wasn't born in the year of the dragon. I was born in the year of the horse. However, it's kind of funny, my twin flame was born in the year of the dragon, so I guess he's got us covered there. But with it being the year of the dragon right now, it's really just going to be a power year for any sort of dragon person, whether you were born in the year of the dragon or not. And I talk about that a lot with my mailing list. I've been sending out a lot of emails about that and just the energies of this year. It's kind of this theme of creation or destruction, and you can learn to work with it and to ride the dragon, if you will, to make this a year of creation and like abundance and like wealth, and basically make it the best year of your life up until this point. That is definitely on the table. But of course, it could also be the worst year. It's really like how you ride and work with these energies. It's always a choice. Alyssa asks, can a fictional dragon be someone's spiritual power character? Totally, 100%. I've seen this a few times, actually. Okay, any other questions? So Jiggly Cat, the group that I've mentioned is called the House of the Spirit Dragon. That's my private community. And so this month in that community, we're going to be working with the fire dragons. It's going to be super exciting. And we're kicking off with our first live session tomorrow. And so if you're struggling to find that, you can find it on my Linktree. I think it's one of the top links. If you go to my Linktree, that's on my TikTok profile. And also you can just go to my website, which is ownyourpowers.com, and you'll be able to find that there if you just do a little looking around. But it's called the House of the Spirit Dragon, which is totally a nod to the House of the Dragon, which I'm super excited is getting its second season soon. So it's all perfect timing. All right, any other questions? Hope, I'm also August of 1990. Alyssa, the Blue Eyes White Dragon has been calling to you. I love that. I love that. Yeah, I've always super resonated with the Blue Eyes White Dragon, honestly. I was obsessed with that as a kid. I even had a Halloween costume that I made to look like it. It was awesome. It was like the best moment of my life. What's my Venus sign? My Venus is in Leo. Any other questions, friends? So I'll throw it out. Maybe we can do 1 to 2 more questions, and then we're going to start channeling the fire dragons and doing some tarot and some guided meditation work. So Youngin says, you guys always say a big change is coming, but it never reaches. Yes, because we can't decide if the change actually happens for you. It's not something that's going to just affect everyone. It's always your choice and it's your reality, whether or not you allow that change to happen. So there's always, you keep hearing it from people because there's always potential for change. We're always on the brink of change happening, but it's not going to manifest. If you're the type, let's say, that's skeptical and you're like, oh, well, I've heard that a million times. It's never going to happen. Yeah, it's not going to happen because you are the creator of your reality. But if you open yourself to it and you're like, fuck yeah, I'm going to take this energy, I'm going to run with it, then it manifests. I'm glad you like my mug, friend. Thank you. My Leo ego appreciates that compliment. Oh, great question, Hope. So what do you say to people who think tarot cards are evil? I don't say anything to them. They can think that tarot cards are evil. That's totally cool with me. It doesn't really affect me so much. But I would say I kind of used to be that in a way. I didn't really think they were evil, but I grew up, true facts, in like a Catholic school. Like I was a Catholic schoolgirl, like 1000%. And also at the same time, my parents were super religious. They weren't Catholic. And I was like in this cult church. And I was like brainwashed as a kid to believe that tarot was of the devil. And that dragons were of the devil. And that even like Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh!, which were like my obsessions as a kid, also of the devil, and it was all like evil and bad, and this was like my upbringing. And so I was very cautious in my early 20s when I started to get into tarot, because this was my upbringing. But I would say what kind of helped me get over that is I was just like, they're just cards. And actually, like, they were just created as playing cards. If you like research the history of tarot, they were just created as playing cards, and then later people decided to use them for divination. And honestly, you can use anything for divination, which is why I use Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh cards, for example, for divination nowadays. You can also use just normal playing cards for divination as like tarot cards. So they're just cards. That's what I would say. Hope that answers your question. Yeah, welcome to have you, Wisdom Gemstone. It's totally spontaneous live, and I haven't even been live on TikTok in an age. Gosh, it's been months, I think. Probably I haven't even done it once this year, in the year of the dragon, which is a shame. Same with you. People say that yoga's evil too. Oh my gosh, I didn't know that. That's absolutely crazy. Okay, cool. Okay, one more question. Anyone got one more question for us? And then we're really going into our tarot, channeled fire dragon message, and our meditation work from there. But I will open it for one final question if anyone has one. Yeah, Ari, I was so surprised to see you come up. I see you everywhere except here. Yeah, I haven't been on TikTok live in an age. It's been a long time. But I felt called today. I don't know why, but maybe, yeah, there's people here that need to hear this and need to have this fire dragon work right now. Okay, Chris, can you share tips on tapping into intuition? Yeah, so really, I would say, if you haven't, take that quiz that I was saying earlier, the What's Your Psychic Superpower quiz. It's totally free. It's on my Linktree, easily accessible, just takes a few minutes. And then I kind of like will give you more in-depth sort of like tips on how to develop your psychic abilities from there. But specifically what I'm feeling called to say in response to your question is, what I like to do is I'll like say I'm going to connect with a spirit guide. Let's say I'm going to connect with my fire dragon guide, and I have a question for my fire dragon guide. So let's say I'll be like, hey, should I let go of this relationship? Would it be in my highest good to release this relationship with so-and-so? And then I will like give it to my fire dragon guide, and I'll be like, okay, fire dragon guide, if you think that I should, or that it would be in my highest good, give me a red dragon. Let me see a red dragon within the next 3 days or something like that. And if not, give me, let's say, a black dragon within the next 3 days. So basically, you kind of like program these signs with your guides where you're like, okay, when I see this, it means this thing. And what I've found is that when I do this, it really starts to build up my trust in synchronicities and in myself and in the divine, because I will like oftentimes, not always, so don't beat yourself up if it doesn't work, but oftentimes I do get it, and then that builds up my trust of like, oh shit, they answered me, like they're really there. I'm not crazy. This stuff actually exists. So hopefully that answers your question. Ashara AI, I love your question. What was the first house you chose on Fire Emblem 3 Houses? blue lions, of course. I love lions. I'm a Leo. That is the best house for sure. But I did play through the game with all 3 different houses. All right. So now, friends, we're going to go into our tarot. So we're channeling the Fire Dragon Collective today. And basically, you might have a specific Fire Dragon guide that comes through, but not necessarily. This is just kind of a collective energy, okay? And we're going to channel them first in the tarot to get kind of like assimilated to their energy. And then we're going to go into meditation and we're going to like actually work with them. So that's what we got on the agenda. Okay, so the question that I'm going to ask, we're just going to ask 2 questions to get started with. First one is, what is ready to be released right now? Because maybe we can't see it. Maybe we don't know what it is. So what is ready to be released right now? And no, if you're just coming in, this is a collective reading, but don't like take that to mean, oh, it's not really for me. It's for you, I promise. You wouldn't be here. You wouldn't have like stopped here if it wasn't for you too. I'm sure there's something that's going to speak to you here. And this is also why I like to do my readings the way I do them, which you'll see in a second, because each person is going to take something very individual away from this reading. So we'll get there in a second. But what is ready to be released, Fire Dragons? Okay. Boom. That flew out fast. We got it. We got movement, friends. Okay. So here we go. This is our card. It's the Page of Spears, the Page of Wands in traditional tarot. So this is how I like to do it. I'm holding this up for you guys, and you let me know what are the first impressions that come to you in regards to our question. So we asked, what is ready to be released? And they gave us the Page of Spears, the Page of Wands. You don't have to know anything about tarot in order to like do this. This is a great way to develop your own intuition, let's say, just based on, let's say, the name of the card or the imagery in the card, the colors. What comes to mind immediately? What do you feel is the answer to this question from the Fire Dragons? So yeah, let me know. Yeah, and Nash says it's a fire card. Yes, yeah, so surprise, the Fire Dragons gave us a fire card because the Suite of Spears or Wands is the Suite of Fire. Okay, so Hope says a warrior, the warrior spirit. Oh, that's good, yeah. Looking back, battle. Yeah, we got warrior energy for sure. Yeah, everyone is feeling that warrior energy. Ari says, reticence in our decision making. Commit to what you want and just go for it. Yes, totally. Anyone else have any feelings on this before I weigh in with what I'm getting from them? This is, again, what is ready to be released right now? What is ready to be released right now? Ooh, yeah, this is getting juicy now. Let go of overthinking, fear of vulnerability. Yes. Yeah, looking back on the hell zone, the past. It's time for you to be seen. The image of the pyramids of Egypt is telling me to release my hold on to anime characters. Interesting. Contemplation. A release of truth. Yeah, dragon flying above means freedom. Journey to releasing insecurities, walking away from something, waiting, the war ending. Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you, Rebecca. Yeah, so basically what I get from this is, yeah, like you guys all like immediately said it. It is like warrior energy, right? It's like just tired, jaded warrior almost in a way of like, it's like releasing the need for things to be hard. It doesn't have to be hard anymore, friends. Just exhale with me now. And you can say it out loud. It doesn't need to be hard. It doesn't need to be hard. And one final time, it doesn't need to be hard. Okay. Yeah. Whew. So I feel like all of us our nervous systems are so kind of like out of whack. We're so used to struggling, right? To fighting, to just like putting our dukes up, to have like having the whole world be against us, right? And so the fire dragons are like, that's time to release that. You get to have fun now. You get to play. It gets to be like flowy. It gets to be fun. It gets to be light. But you got to release this first, because it's you're still holding on to the armor. You're still holding on to the spear, the sword. You're holding on to this past impression of yourself, this part of you that had to work hard, this part of you that had to suffer, and that's ready to be released. And I also, what I see here too, another facet is I see a little bit too of like waiting for things to manifest. Okay, we're going to get a tongue lashing from the fire dragons here a little bit. They're calling us out. You got to take some fucking action. So you can't, what is ready to be released is like just waiting and waiting and waiting. Like, okay, if I like vision board hard enough, it's going to manifest. No, you got to take action. It's like this story, this little parable where this guy is like praying to God to win the lottery every day. He's so devout, praying to God, please let me win the lottery. And then he dies and he meets God, and God's like, bro, you didn't buy a lottery ticket. Like I couldn't help you win the lottery because you didn't buy a lottery ticket. So that's what the fire dragons are saying, is like, you can't just like wait around and expect that things are going to change. You got to take an action in alignment with your intention of what you want to manifest, whatever that may be. And it might look like totally opposite, let's say. So an example is like in my own life right now, I'm trying to like do some different things in my business and generate more income. And I ironically have been inspired by the fire dragons to not really work in my business this month and to take a vacation and to have fun with my friends. And it feels so counterintuitive, but I'm rolling with it. We'll see what happens. I'm guinea pigging here, but I'm rolling with it. But what they say is, it's like, yeah, sometimes the action isn't what you would expect it to be or what your logical mind wants to convince you that it is, but it is an action nonetheless. It's something tangible that you're doing in alignment with your intention. So that's what needs to be done here. So release that energy of waiting, just let that go. The energy that it has to be hard, that you're a soldier, that you got to fight, that everyone is against you. The world is not against you. It's actually rooting for you, and you have more support than you realize. Like, you are divinely connected, protected, and loved. You have so much guidance. You have so much support. Yeah? Can you feel that? Can you feel that as I say it? Like, just take a moment to like place your hand on your heart and just inhale. And then exhale. Just breathing in and allowing in that support. It's all around you. Does that make sense? Make sense, friends? Is this resonating? Is this for you? Let me know. And we'll move on to the next one. Yeah, okay, definitely, yes, very much, excellent, excellent. Definitely, that's what I like to hear. Are you feeling called out? Are you feeling called out? I'm feeling a bit called out. But I will take this. I will take this. I will run with it. Yeah, definitely feeling called out. Hella yeah. Chris, I'm glad you feel supported. Yeah. Yeah. J. Noel, totally called out. Yeah. Yeah, right? The fire dragons know they're not gonna beat around the bush. They're gonna cut straight through your bullshit. They're gonna get straight to the heart of the matter. That's the cool thing about them, is you can just trust them to just get right through the bullshit, right to the heart of the matter, and it's quick and it's done. It's one and it's done. It's the fastest moving element. So yeah, things are gonna shift fast, friends, after today, what we're about to do. Okay, so I didn't even ask the question aloud to you guys. I just said it in my mind and they already gave us an answer. So the question that I was going to ask, so what is ready to take its place? So we're releasing this energy. What is ready to take its place? Are you ready? Are you ready? Cool. The call out was loud, but it was understood. LOL. Glad to hear it. Okay. This is what is ready to take its place. This is the 10 of coins, the 10 of pentacles. So again, friends, let me know in the comments, what impressions do you get from this? First thing that pops into your head and into your heart. What impressions do you get from the 10 of pentacles in response? What is ready to take its place? So we're releasing this warrior energy, this struggle energy, this waiting energy. What is taking its place? Yeah, damn, triple, absolute abundance, 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 absolute abundance. Yeah, damn, peace, yeah, ease, yes, money, yes, deep satisfaction, abundance, yes, fuck yeah, abundance, celebrate it, yes, wealth, amen. Maybe the wealth dragons are here with us too, after all. Yeah, this is good shit here. These are good vibes. Material gain. Anyone else? Anyone else? What is ready to take its place? Yeah, golden dragon. Yeah, gold. Dragons, gold. Yeah. It's like, so I'll just do a little bit of a lecture on fire dragons right now. So fire and fire dragons, by extension, is an alchemical element. It literally transmutes. So if you've heard of alchemy, alchemy is turning lead into gold. So literally what the fire dragons are going to help us do is turn the lead of this old situation into the gold of this situation. Yeah. Yeah, possibilities. It's exactly what you guys are saying. It's like, you don't even need me to be a channel. Like, it's abundance. Like, you see it all here. It's like, damn, it's everything you could ever want. It's a celebration. It's blessings. It's just like this energy almost. It's not even just like money, like monetary abundance. It's just like this energy of knowing that you are safe no matter what happens in the physical realm. It's this energy of knowing that more will always take the place of that which is lost, of knowing that equivalent exchange exists and that you will always have more than enough. This is like really, it really is the ultimate abundance, like freedom, yeah, frequency. And it will manifest, I would say, for people over the coming 3 months. So we're going to be working in my community with the fire dragons like the next 3 months, the entire summer essentially. Over the next 3 months, you're going to start to see this tangible rewards. But again, I will offer a caveat. It's like, is everyone going to see tangible rewards that's here right now? Not necessarily, because it comes down to you and your choice. Can you release this? If you can, then yes, 1000% you can't not anchor into this abundance. But it's your choice. So that's what the fire dragons say. They'll help you, they'll support you as much as they can in burning away that which doesn't serve you, but you have to be the one to make the choice to let go. And not only does that include this choice right now of letting go of this energy, but it's going to test you again and again with people in your life and situations and experiences. And you have to make the decision in these moments, that doesn't serve me. I'm going to release that. I'm going to set up a boundary. I don't need that energy anymore. You have to make that choice. And if you do that, all that's waiting for you on the other side is abundance. This is literally all that you've ever wanted. It is so ready. This could be a very abundant summer for you and a very abundant year. Yeah, everything you could ever want, but beyond your imagination. Right. Shiki, yes. It's like we can't even fathom it because we haven't experienced it yet. We haven't manifested it yet. And that's a part of why you need to let go of your expectations, because you're playing too small, they say. You're playing too small. Like, they want to bring you so much more than what you're used to experiencing. But it can only come in if you fully let go of your expectations altogether. So Arya says, I was watching one of the fire dragon videos. My back started feeling warm. Is that a sign? Totally. If that feels like a sign to you, take that. Do fire dragons work with portals? Totally. Yeah, totally. And Eva says, I had a dream that somebody tried to hurt me, but they weren't able to. I felt protected. Yeah, and that's a bonus of fire dragon energy. Like, I kid you not, friends. I have been in some really fucked up, dangerous situations in my life where my life was literally threatened. I had like a flatmate that had a knife, and he threatened me, and I ended up homeless. I was like chased on the streets of Tokyo by this like psychopath, and I ended up being okay. In both of those situations and in so many other dangerous situations. And there's a deep knowing while these things were happening too, that I was like, they can't fucking touch me. They can try. They're not going to touch me. And they didn't, and they couldn't, because I'm divinely protected. And I think my fire dragons in particular, they have like this barrier of energy. They literally, like, you can't be physically harmed by these like darker entities, darker people. But you have to believe that you're protected. And if you believe that, you open yourself up to that protection, and they can then come in and protect you. Oh, that's a great question, Cass. What countries have you lived in? This is my 4th continent, by the way. So I've lived in the US, I've lived in Japan, I've lived in Australia, and now I'm living in Germany. Yeah, Jake, yes. It very much felt like a movie, for sure. Okay. So, I think before I get too sidetracked, we're going to get into our meditation. We're going to like work with the fire dragons in this meditation, and basically they're going to help us to release this now. So now that we know what we're releasing, we know what we're calling in, we're going to work with the fire dragons to release this energy. And I would say stick around even when the meditation ends, because we're going to pull one more tarot card. It's going to be our final top-off card, with advice from the Fire Dragon Collective on how to like integrate these energies. And that's going to be really important. So if you're able to stick around till the end, highly recommend doing so. All right. So what I want you guys to do now is to just get in a comfortable position, somewhere where ideally you're not going to be interrupted by people. So you can just allow yourself to go into this meditative zone. And once you're in a safe position, you can just start to draw awareness to your breathing. Not controlling it, just allowing it. Drawing awareness to it. The inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And as you continue to breathe, you can set the intention that with every inhale, you're drawing upon golden source energy to cleanse you, to connect you, to open your channel so that you may receive any divine guidance that wants to come in now for your highest good and the highest good of all. You can just feel with each inhale as you are flooded with this golden source energy, this warm sensation, this flowing high vibrational sensation as it flows throughout your veins, activating your light codes, repairing your DNA, lifting your frequency to that of the dragons. And as you exhale, just choosing to release that which no longer serves you, letting it go, letting it flow, getting lighter and lighter, clearer and clearer, more and more whole in your own energy, knowing that you are connected, protected, and loved. You are in perfect divine alignment. It is safe for you to release that which is no longer serving you and to step into your true, most empowered, freest, most abundant self. So again, inhaling this golden source light, allowing it to wash over you in waves upon waves of healing, enlivening energy. And then exhaling, letting go of anything that's not that. Letting it flow back to Mother Earth for transmutation as you yourself get lighter and lighter, clearer and clearer, more and more whole in your own energy, more and more grounded in yourself, in your dragon essence. In this space, you can call upon your higher self now, and you can call upon your spirit team, your spirit guides. And you can feel instantly how you are so loved, how you are so supported. You can feel this high vibrational energy of unconditional love joining you now, creating a bubble of safety and protection around you instantaneously. You just take in a deep, deep breath. You can say to yourself aloud, I receive this. Know that you are worthy to receive this. And now we're going to connect our energies to create a collective container for each one of us to have the best experience possible with the fire dragons. So I want you to imagine now that we are all sitting in a circle together as little orbs of light. We are together, we are creating a safe space, a bubble of high vibrational energy together. And as you inhale now, you receive support from the soul on your left-hand side. And as you exhale, you give that same support to the soul on your right-hand side. You can continue like this in perfect flow. Inhale, receive. Exhale, give. Inhale, receive. Exhale, give. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. And as you continue to breathe now, you feel your connection to each and every soul here strengthening as we join forces to amplify the effects of this quantum healing journey today. You can set the intention for each person here that they will safely be able to release that which isn't serving them, and that they will be able to step easily and effortlessly into their abundance. And as you set this for them, they set the very same intention for you. And you can feel that, you can allow that, you can receive that, knowing that you are supported, that we are all rooting for you to succeed. And it is your time to do so. So now, in the middle of this circle that we've created, this circle of souls, you see now how there is a fire and it is growing bigger and bigger the more energy we feed into it. And now you can call upon the fire dragons. We will all collectively call upon the fire dragons to join us in this circle today, to feed the fire. And you can feel as their powerful yet loving presence joins us. You can feel the passion, you can feel the fire, the heat, the protection, the transmutation. You can feel it all instantly. As the fire dragons join us, and they now fly around the fire in a circle, and we start to join them, moving around the fire in a circle, a circular pattern, like a spiral. And as you move around the fire, and you feel the fire dragons around you, notice in your body that which is ready to be released now. Notice where you're feeling pain, tension, anxiety. And notice how this is the energy of lack clinging to you. This is the energy of struggle. This is the energy of having to be a warrior, having to do things on your own. This is the energy of things having to be so hard as you just struggle to survive. And right now, as we move in a circle around the fire, you can feel this rising in your body, ready to be released. So allow it to flow through you, and then when you are ready, you can breathe your own dragon's fire on the exhale, giving it entirely to the flames in the center of the circle. Letting it go, letting it flow back to the fire. And the fire dragons speed up in their circular pattern. And we also speed up in ours, moving more and more quickly around the fire now in a spiral. And as you speed up, you feel the fire engulfing you, surrounding you, flowing through you, purging that which no longer serves you, clearing the energy for your new moon manifestations. Allowing yourself to die, allowing the ego, the old self to die, to surrender, to let go, to make space for the new you, the soul you, to be reborn at long last. And if you haven't already, you stop now. And the fire stops with you. And you feel a sense of calm wash over you, a sense of peace, knowing that everything is going to be okay. In fact, everything is already okay. You just weren't able to see it before. You are fully protected, connected, and loved. You are fully in divine alignment at this time. You can place a hand on your heart. And you can allow the fire dragons now to show you in the fire a vision of what is to come, a vision of the future you who's fully released this old energy. You can see this now. I'll give you a moment in silence to really receive this, to take this in, to integrate with this vision. As you receive this vision into your being, as you integrate with it, I want you to say aloud after me, I am that I am. I am that I am. I am that I am. And know that it is done. It is so. You have merged, you have alchemized, you are one now with this vision. There is no separation. You are fully empowered to start this new cycle of abundance, of freedom, choice, no longer weighed down by the shackles of your past, shackles of lack, the shackles of victim mentality. And so with one final exhale, you let it go. And instantly the fire dissipates into thin air. And the fire dragons with it. But you can still feel their presence. You can hear their voices. And they let you know that this fire is you. It lives within you. You are the fire. And you always have been. And now is your time to burn, baby, burn. So you can take a moment to send love and gratitude to the fire dragons, to send love and gratitude to your whole spirit team, to send love and gratitude you can send love and gratitude to your own higher self. And finally, you can send this love and gratitude to each and every soul that is here on this live today, each and every soul in the circle that has joined in communion here, as we shed the old versions of ourselves and embrace the new with ease, with flow, with grace. So you can take one final inhale, just integrating this with a breath, letting out one final exhale. And then you can slowly come back to your body, fully integrated, fully activated, fully ready to anchor into abundance. And as you come back, you can let me know in the comments, how was that for you? How are you feeling right now? And yeah, a phoenix spirit could be similar energy to the dragons, specifically the fire dragons, I would say. Shiki, I'm sweating right now. Great, that's perfect. That sweat is literally the old energy that the fire dragons are helping you purge. It is leaving your system. That is so powerful. Emma says calm, excellent. It aids like ashes. You feel like ashes. That's good. That's good too. Eva's in peace. Yeah, nice burst of dragon energy. Feel like you have hands on your cheeks, Chris. Very interesting. Back pain removed, says Laura. Very, very cool. Yeah, peace, warmth, heart space. Fire Dragon Guide was eager to have a talk. Oh no, that sounds fun. Alyssa was channeling, said Okaiba. That's awesome. You're welcome, Nash. Thank you guys for contributing. That was a very powerful, powerful little session that we had. So we're going to pull one final tarot from the fire dragons, just on their advice to send us off with. Like, what advice do they give us as we send off? And I will also say, for those of you who weren't aware, if you liked this today, if this felt like home to you, if it felt really powerful, and you want to go deeper with this work, then I definitely invite you to join us in the House of the Spirit Dragon. This month, like I said, we're going to be working with the fire dragons the whole month, and basically for the whole summer, essentially. And we would love to have you there. It's going to be a really, really powerful group. And it's similar to this, but I would say it's a much more intimate setting, which can be really, really, really nice without like all the TikTok distraction, the TikTok distraction energy. So if you're interested in joining us for that, you should be able to find the link on my link tree. It's House of the Spirit Dragon. It's also on my website, ownyourpowers.com. And if you have any questions, you can, of course, just send me an email. If you go to my website, there's like a contact form at the bottom, and you can just send me an email that way if you have any questions about it. Okay. You're welcome, friends. So the tarot that we're going to pull next is Fire Dragon Collective advice for us. So now that we've done the work, we've become aware of what needs to be released, we've done the work with them to release it and to open ourselves to this abundance, what exactly do they want us to know? Just open it for advice, just random advice. What do they want us to know? How can we integrate these energies? we got one card. Another card. Okay, and one more card. Thank you, Aid. Okay. So we got 3 cards from them for their advice. So we got the 9 of Swords. We got the 6 of Swords. And we got the Moon. So we'll tackle them one at a time. So just like we did before, let me know, what's your impression on this? So they have advice for us. It's the 9 of Swords. What's your impression? First thing that comes to mind. And welcome, Marlene. Thanks for the compliment. Yeah, Drake, that's a really, really synchronistic name. Fire Drake, totally. Okay, so Shiki says the battle's over. It's won. Wolf, yeah, totally. Lonely. Mind cage, yes, yeah, mind cage. Overthinking, stop thinking. Yeah. I'm safe. Juicy, yeah. Trapped, yeah. And I will say too, like, all of these impressions are valid. That's why I love the tarot, and that's what I was saying. It's like, this is a collective reading, but everyone's interpretations are going to be unique to them, and the advice that you get is going to be unique for you, even as we have this collective container. But yes, I would totally agree. So it's like, if you're still feeling stuck or trapped, or as we move through these energies and you feel stuck, like you're blocked or something, you're in that victim mentality again, know that it's just your thoughts. They want you to know it's just your thoughts that are keeping you stuck. It's your own thoughts. And so if you are struggling with that, that's a good time to call upon them to just burn that shit away. Just burn that shit away, and they will help you burn it away. Because, yeah, your thoughts have been keeping you playing small. It's created this glass ceiling, and it's time to bust through that glass ceiling and see what is ready to manifest for you. So the next card we have is the 6 of Swords, another Swords card. So what are your thoughts on this one? So we had the 9 of Swords. Now we have the 6 of Swords. What are your thoughts? What is their advice for us? So Chris says, my ship is coming in. Woohoo! Escaping. Recovery. Time to move forward. Reminds me of a journey. Hard part is over. Yes, yes. Traveling. Sail away. Yeah. Moving forward. Yes, yes. Ready for a beautiful journey. Flow, guards down. Leave all behind, letting go. Hard part is over. Totally agree. Yeah, totally agree. Yeah, it's like, so the hardest part is just like learning that our own thoughts are what's keeping us trapped. And once you can like leave these at the wayside, you're going to start to move forward with your life. So what they're saying now is that there's like, you're in sort of a transition and you are moving. So you have to trust yourself while you're in this transition, because you're not going to see immediate results. And if you're the type that like you don't see immediate results and then you're like, well, fuck, it didn't work, and you just get caught in this negative thought spiral, then that's what's going to manifest for you, and you're never going to see the results. But if you're not seeing the results and you're like, okay, they're not here yet, but I trust they're going to happen in divine timing, they're coming, and you're acting as if they're already here, you're going to get to the destination much more quickly. So it's like, know that you're on the journey right now. And I would agree too with what I read, like the hardest part is over. And now really the hardest part, it's not like a real tangible thing. It's just your own thoughts. That's the biggest challenge here, is like battling your own thoughts, which is quite easy to do when you can recognize that you are not your thoughts. You have the ability to be like, oh, I don't like that thought, I'm going to choose a different thought. And it's that simple. And so this is our final card. It's the Moon. What do you think? What are your feelings on the Moon card? Oh, snap. It's 111 over here. Very powerful. Oh yeah, I love that, Chris. Savor the unfolding. Juicy. Nikki says sleeping dragon. Yeah. Fibonacci spiral. There are things ready for me that I can't see yet. Yeah, totally different phase. Winding back out. Light and positivity. New chapter. Anything else? Light at the end of the tunnel. Yes, totally. It's like, it's just like opening slowly, but it's there. It's there. With the new moon coming up, manifest your desires. Totally. Yeah, I didn't even think of that. But yeah, it's the moon card, and we have the new moon coming up literally tomorrow. New beginnings. What we haven't seen yet is being revealed. Yeah, totally. It's like we've only seen a fraction of the picture so far, which is why we might be feeling confused. So it's allowing the divine timing to happen to kind of open the big picture, open our perspective to the big picture. And yeah, what I get with this is the moon, it's like intuition. So they say, like, don't, cheapen your own intuition. Value it. Trust it. Choose to trust it. Even if it seems totally batshit crazy, this is how you strengthen it, by continually choosing to trust it anyways. And it will lead you to this new beginning, the light at the end of the tunnel, which you're so on the verge of right now. So things are totally unfolding for you, but you don't control the timing. So that's something that you're being called to release now, and just trust that it is kind of unfolding. This door is opening, but it's going to happen in perfect divine timing, not your timing necessarily. But you are divinely protected throughout this process, so you can just trust that you are divinely protected. You're gonna be fine. Everything is totally fine. So just again, just exhale. You are definitely anchoring into this abundance now. You've cleared the way today, and I'm looking forward to seeing what manifests for everyone. Maybe I'll have to do like a follow-up live next month or something. Cool. Any final, is this resonating? Does this make sense? Any final thoughts, final questions, anything before I dip out for the evening? Again, I will say, if you're resonating with this, we would love to have you in the house for this month. I would love to work with you, like, on a more kind of personal level in the house of the Spirit Dragon. You can just join that via the Linktree link on my profile. And we would super love to have you there. And basically, we're kicking off tomorrow with another live where we're going to be meeting our personal Fire Dragon guides. So today, we kind of just worked with them as a collective. Tomorrow is going to be more focused specifically on like your Fire Dragon guide and meeting them, and then like learning exactly how they want to work with you throughout this month. Nice to have you, Alyssa. Thank you, thank you. Chris says, the universe has my back. Abraham Hicks, totally. Yeah, Chris says, this was a delightful surprise. It was for me too. I really enjoyed it. I'm not planning it. It was such a surprise. It really worked out. I feel we all have, like what we need to manifest that abundance. So you're very, very welcome. Chris says, one more question. Are dragons ever angels? That's really crazy. You asked that question because yes, they can be. My guardian angel actually is also a dragon and has like a dragon form. Raina, yeah, Raina's in the house. And it's totally dope. It's about to be even more dope as we chill with the fire dragons this month. All right. I believe that's it. I don't want to leave. I never want to leave these lives because it's so fun and I love the energy. I love all of you guys. And I am sending you so much love on your journeys, regardless of if I connect with you on a more personal level moving forward or not. Sending you so much love. And remember that you are powerful. You always have a choice. It's all about where you put your intention, remember? So yeah, I look forward to seeing what manifests over the coming months as a result of this work that we just did. And maybe I will do another live, like not 6 months down the line, a little sooner than that, because it was a lot of fun. Another just impromptu live. So thank you everyone that showed up. You're so awesome. I super appreciate you. And until next time, namaste.